Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode here on the Mindful SMP. This episode is sponsored by I'm Named Gamer's Beehive Bonanza. Get yours now today for the low cost of only $24.99. I don't know where I was going with that, but anyway guys, I got bees. This is like one of the few things that I actually did in the 3 months I haven't produced a video. Was last night I got on and I got some bees. Now we've only got 2 and they're little tiny little buggers, but they're sitting in this one right here. And I'm not going for any automatic farms. I've simply put down some campfires and thrown on top these beehives so I can come by with my shears and safely snatch up all the honeycombs or grab some of these honey bottles, depending on what I plan to build. Honeycombs are looking a little bit more profitable for me than honey bottles at the moment. And I also built that thing a couple of weeks ago. I felt like just coming online and doing a bunch of random junk. So that thing got built. It's a wizard tower. Let's go up there and just take a quick peek. There's a little bit of interior design. I think the door got broken off, actually. There was supposed to be a door here. There we go. And looks a little nice. Some bookshelves, little tower. You can view. I have always come up here and looked off the edge from time to time and do some intros, do some outros here. And I figured, well, why not just like build something that we could actually come stand on? And I also put a pig in there. His name is Oinky. Now, if you remember in the last episode that I recorded of 2019, seeing it is 2020 now, I mentioned that I have a lot of work coming up, a lot of schedule. I'm scheduled to do a lot of work over the winter, and January sort of clears up for me in that sense. So we're going to do a sort of, well, today's episode is sort of a litmus test when it comes to seeing if January will be a good month to do a lot of recording, and try out a bunch of different kinds of content, because quite frankly, I don't think I want to do a full straight month of Mindful episodes. We'll probably try some other things, but I don't know what those other things are. Usually I get inspired to build stuff like that or design or record new things like a couple days or weeks early. What the heck am I even talking about? It's gonna be good. Be on the lookout for a lot of new videos. Gonna work on trying to get some collaborations done with some folks on the Mindful server. And our first order of business is to get rid of Hungry. Hungry is no longer welcome. And I guess we'll take a peek and see what's inside. He didn't leave much of anything, did he? No, he didn't. Well, there we have it. Hungry is gone, and quite frankly, the space looks a little bit empty. It'd be nice at some point to maybe put a statue or something right sitting where Hungry was, or even like a giant face on this side of the hill. Mountain? Not even a hill. It's a mountain, for goodness sake. Yeah, something here. I think that would look kind of cool, but that's not really what we're after today. I think we'll do just a bunch of random junk around the base. Really try to get into seeing what it is that needs to be done. Going forward, as if I want to do a bunch of new videos, then I think it's only fitting that we try to figure out what kind of things we need to complete. And the first thing that I see is that this walkway is a little bit annoying. So let's build some kind of, I don't know, how do you want to call this, a some sort of crossing of sorts. I don't know, make it look a little bit natural. Try to, at least. So we could jump like that, we could jump like this. There we go. It's a little bit more organic than a bridge, which, not that there's anything wrong with the bridge. I just think this would look a little bit cooler. So over here by our little storage chest area, this wall is looking a little bit naked. And as you can see, some of the interior here has actually leaked out into the docks, which is not necessarily what we want. So we're gonna put a tree there. I gotta grab some trees. There we go. We'll stick this puppy right here. I'm gonna get a big tree. No, I want something a little bit bigger. Nope, that's way too small. Still too small. Ah, there we go. That's kind of bleeding into that area, but that's not a big deal. And some chests, just to sort of vary it up. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. And to just add a little bit more of a touch, we'll put the dirt around here. We move a little further on down the dock. There's this hill that was not normally a hill. If you can tell, this whole dock was actually placed over top of a bank. Hill, a side built bank. What am I even talking about? This spot here is incomplete, so let's finish that. I want to keep this whole thing of the hill though, because I think it looks pretty good. Maybe even like a pathway up top. We could put some stuff leading up to here. Okay, I've done a little bit more work, put a little bit more of a pathway going over there, and I know for sure we're going to put a grain silo over yonder on that hill somewhere. Either a grain silo or a windmill, but I did want to do a windmill somewhere over there. We could do 2 windmills, but anyway, that's the plan for that area. And quite frankly, I don't feel like doing much else in this area. So we're going to put a bookend on that. We're going to put a little marker in our chapter book. Oh my goodness, this is from when we locked down the village. I didn't even notice this. Wow, that was a while ago. That was back in September we did the lockdown. There's got to be something else to do here. I don't want to start something too big, and I don't want to start something too small. Suppose we could work on the interior of this a little bit. So with this whole new January grind that I'm promising, but we'll see if I actually deliver, I have to make content, I think. Well, one of the ways to succeed in this and is to set a goal not for, well, no, to achieve something. So I want to hit 1,000 subscribers, right? So I think one of the best ways to do this would be, for one, you need passion in your content. Like, if you're not passionate about what you're doing, then what's the point? It's not going to work as well because your heart won't be in the video. So keeping that in mind, I need to discover more than just mindful content, because quite frankly, this is not enough to just keep me interested. Like, why can't I just make a bunch of Minecraft montages or montages of other games? You know, why is this Minecraft all that I'm interested in? Well, no, that's not it. Like, there's much more than just this that I like to do. And secondly, consistency. So developing a sort of schedule, pre-rendering content so that you've always got something new coming to the channel. That's ideal as well. Overall, like, engagement too, like interaction. And being active, kind of. Oh, no, that's not kind of. That is a huge key, being active on, like, social media. And also to set out milestones. Like, once I hit a milestone, realize I've managed to achieve it, and then keep going. But not to focus too much on the numbers. Like if I'm not seeing results, and that's another thing too, is to mentally prepare yourself for not succeeding. If for some reason I don't succeed, I still have to come back and, well, at least at the end of the month, I'll just sort of make a, oh, let's see, how did it go kind of thing. And if it didn't work, then I need to make that video still, even though I didn't, like, if I did my best, and I know that I did my best, then, and it didn't work, then I need to reconsider or rethink my approach to it. So I keep talking about this like mindset of success, like how am I going to achieve it? And truthfully, I have to keep a mindset that's of like more of a experimental rather than like, because as of right now the channel's pretty much is pretty stagnant as of recording this, and probably releasing the video too. It'll take a couple of videos to actually get into the swing of things, so I can't let one video, like this first video that I upload here, I can't let it take over how I think about my channel. Like, if that makes any sense. Like, for example, I can't let this first video dictate the pace of the next couple that I work on. If it flops, it flops. If it succeeds, it succeeds. I just, whatever happens, happens, because I need to get the ball rolling first and foremost. And just keeping on topic of keeping the ball rolling, it's equally as important to not spend too much time on one video, because the payoff will, and I know this for a fact just because we're starting out here now, the payoff will not exceed, the return will not exceed the amount of time put into it. And just to keep that in mind. So it's not enough to just say, oh, well, then what's the point? Don't put a whole lot of time and effort into it. But don't put so much that it's hindering your ability, or hindering my ability to work on the next episode. I don't know. These are all things that I think I will revisit when the time comes, when I'm starting to feel a little slower, or when it's a little more difficult to make a video than it is right this minute, because the high or the adrenaline rush that you get when uploading a new video is just awesome. So it's equally as important to keep a good mindset as it is to not let the numbers, which inevitably will affect you, to let them take over what it is that you want to accomplish. Because really, it's an experiment, right? That's what you're looking to achieve. And you can tell whether or not the experiment was a success or a complete flop. But you can only tell at the end. You can't tell right now. Those 4 videos that you just uploaded, yeah, those don't really matter. Keep going, and eventually it will it'll work itself out. Thanks a bunch, folks, for tuning in today. I really do appreciate you listening to me ramble on a little bit. And I look forward to seeing what the month of January has in store for us. And if you do too, don't forget you can hit that subscribe button, as my goal this month is 1,000 subscribers. We'll see if we can attain that. I think we can. I think it's pretty easily attainable if we just keep at it and work hard. So, guys, thanks a bunch, and I'll catch you all in the next episode of Mindful or whatever else I decide to produce for this channel. Bye, guys.